God wants us to use our words to build others up. Ephesians 4 and 29 says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." Sometimes our words are like a sledgehammer. Think about this. We swing away without thinking, and suddenly we look around and realize a pile of relational debris surrounds us. When you thoughtlessly sling your words around and tear people down, your relationships are going to suffer. Truth is, one reason we are not constructive with our words is that we don't realize how powerful that tool is. Our mouth and the words that God has given to us are powerful. We say things without thinking, and people remember them. Think about that. You too can still remember certain things people said to you carelessly, even as far back as elementary school or when you first started your first job. That's how powerful words are. They stick with you. So when it comes to your mouth, think of it as a power tool and be extremely careful with it. I'm a property manager, many of you know, and from time to time, my maintenance staff has had to guide me in using power tools on the property. And so, as they were walking me through how to use the power tool, I was surprised by how their instructions were so closely related to the use of our mouth. They said, "Know your power tool, keep guards in place, be careful around children, store idle tools when not in use, don't overreach, never use in an explosive atmosphere." Do you see the correlation there? How can you use your mouth more carefully so you are using it to build relationships and not tear people down? Well, number one, stop excusing. Stop saying, "I didn't really mean to say that," or "That's just how I am." Understand that what you say impacts everyone around you. Number two, talk less. We often get in trouble because we just don't know when to shut up. If it's a power tool, you shouldn't have to use it as much, right? And number three, listen more. If you listen more, you can do better. You can do better. If you listen more, you can understand the needs of other people. And number four, start building. Let your first thoughts be, what does this person need? How can I use a word of encouragement to build them up? What can I say to make a difference in their life? Many times at church, when the preacher gets ready to preach, they will often pray this prayer: "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." That should be our prayer every day. Every day when we get up and we go to God in prayer, we sit before God and we do our devotionals, we should be saying, "May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer." That will help us to say things that build others up instead of tearing them down. We live in a world now where everyone is so judgmental. So we need to be intentional about building others up. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. That is a commandment. That isn't a suggestion. That isn't, "I wish you would." This is something that we are supposed to do. We are not supposed to let unwholesome talk come out of our mouths. We shouldn't be judging. We shouldn't be talking about people, especially behind their backs. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. That should be your posture. That should be your prayer every day, to build others up and not tear people down. Think about that today and be blessed.